like to welcome everybody to the award ceremony for the 2022, I can't believe I am saying that, American Moot Court Association National Championship Tournament. Before I get to the proceedings, I would like to introduce Andy Sommerman, one of the co-founders of the American Moot Court Association, who is going to make a couple of comments. Andy.
Very good. I just wanted to say thank you to John O'Donnell. John O'Donnell, as you may know, is our president, and this will be his last act as president, is this presentation that you're about to hear. If you don't know, John started as a competitor. I judged him more than once. He was terrific. I might also add that he has gone through the storm with us. I mean, we have had to shift in this time of COVID from being a group that meets in person with pizza at the ready for every student to being this technology-based organization that you have before you right now. Obviously, you could not do this alone without people like Kinsey and Lewis and others. But dear God, thank God he was in charge, because if it had been a boomer like me, it would have failed miserably. I want you all to know that there is going to be an award given to John, and that is a unanimous decision that was made by the entire brief writing and problem writing committee, where we will, basically insult him from now on in every moot court problem going forward without mercy. John, thank you for being our president. It is with sincere gratitude that I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
The pleasure is mine, Andy. Thank you for creating this organization that has brought so much to my life. For literally the last half of my life, I've been doing moot court since 2001. So thank you, and thank you to all my colleagues, who I will recognize you in a bit. But those are not the reasons that everybody is here this evening. So without further ado, I will get on with the show. So we're going to start with the Orator Awards tonight. As you all know, the scores are in 4 different categories. They are out of a possible 100 points. This year we had, in order to average a 95 in every category, you needed a 380. We had 32 students with that score of 380 or better. So I'm going to be announcing the top 25 orators. We actually had a tie at 25. And these individuals, as well as the other awards announced tonight, will be having their awards mailed out to them at their college address on file with us. I do ask that you be patient. That is a slow operation. All right, without further ado, for a tie in 25th place with a score of 381.1667, from Yale University, Libby Snowden. Tying her for 25th from Regent University, Grayson Smith. In 24th place with a score of 38.5, Riley Smith from the College of Worcester. 23rd place with the same score, so it will be a tie for 23rd place, Micah Clark Moody of the University of Chicago. Tying then for 21st place, we have both Annabelle Zhu of the University of Chicago and Catherine Yakira, College of the Holy Cross. 20th place with a score of 382.1667, Drew Medway from Yale. In 18th place is another tie with a 383. We had Sharia Ram from the University of Chicago, who tied Jenna Smith from Duke University. Tied in 15th place with scores of 383.5 are Caleb Knox from Patrick Henry College and Marie Artie from the University of Chicago. In 14th place with a score of 383 2/3, Emily Polson from Regent University. 13th place with a score of, tied for 13th place in that same position is Calvin Hahn from Patrick Henry College. In 12th place with a 383.83, Daxton Pettis from Morehouse College. In 11th place with a score of 384.3, Hope Turner, Patrick Henry College. And now we get to our top 10, tied in 9th place with a score of 384.5, we have our finalist from the University of Chicago, Dana Burstein. Along with that, we also have Amaris Eloise from Cal State Fullerton. Your 8th place speaker with a score of 385, Jessica Zatarin from Cal State Long Beach. In 7th place with a score of 385 and a third, John Sharp, Liberty University. In 6th place with a 385 and 2/3, this would be 5th place, a two-way tie for 5th place. We have from University of Chicago, Anna Celbriti, and from UC San Diego, Solomon Malcolm. In 4th place with a 386, tied for 3rd place with a 386.1667, we have Trenja Mongo from Morehouse College and Dalton Davis from Liberty University. Your 2nd place speaker with a score of 387.1667, Kion Bakian, Cal State Fullerton. And your number 1 orator for the 2022 National Championship Tournament with an average score of 388 and a third. From Yale University, congratulations to Quinn Moss. So congratulations to our top orators. Really, again, the scores were incredibly high this year. So a real credit to all of you for your outstanding work. All right, next I'm going to turn to, I'm going to switch things up a little bit, and we're going to turn away from the oral advocacy competition to the brief writing competition. Every year we do hold a national brief writing competition, which is a great opportunity for individuals to achieve nationals recognition in a second way. This year, I think we set a record for number of submissions. We had 150 briefs submitted for consideration. So receiving awards will be the top 10 petitioner briefs, as well as the top 10 respondent briefs. So I will go through those now. Let's see here, and a tie in 10th place for the top petitioner brief. So a tie is between the team of Kristen Sinks and Sebastian Ruiz from Cal State Fullerton. Tying them in 9th place was Russell Redcliffe and Natalie Musa from the University of Central Florida, and they combined with a score of 353. In 8th place, we have the team from UC Santa Barbara, Joshua Senzano and Kalian Sheehy, with a score of 354. In 7th place with a score of 360 and a half from Youngstown University, Michael Factor and Mitchell Crawford. 6th place with a score of 363 goes to the College of the Holy Cross, William Hamilton and Catherine Yakira. The 5th place goes to Liberty University, Reed Schwarzenruber and Lauren Sager with a score of 364. 1 point better in 4th place is the Air Force team of Chloe Cabrera and Nicole Gish. In 3rd place, their teammates, also from Air Force, with a score of 370, Joshua Hong and Claire Melton. All right, and your runner-up for Best Petitioner Brief with a score of 371 and a half from Fitchburg State University. Congratulations to Mayalyn Velasquez and Benjamin Hill. And finally, your champion for Best Brief on the petitioner side. I'm pretty sure this is not their first time winning this award. Congratulations to Cal State Fullerton, Ariadna Calvin, and Yasmin Magao. Once again, congratulations on the petitioner award winners for their written brief. Again, we had a record number of submissions this year. All right, and the top 10 on the respondent side. Once again, we had another tie in at 9th place. So we have, with a score of 366 from the University of Chicago, Chloe Galeb and Victor Zhang. Also tied for 10th place from Beret College, and I'm positive I pronounced that wrong, Dan, I apologize, but congratulations to Daniela Vasquez and He Tran. In ninth place on the respondent side, with a score of 367 from Patrick Henry College, Tyler Dunning and Simon Sefcik. In eighth place from Duke University with a score of 371, congratulations go to Darshan Vijay Kumar and Nicole Rosenzweig. In seventh place with a combined score of 371.5 from Liberty University, Ainsley Cotton and Erin Cooper. In sixth place, from Yale University with a combined score of 375, Adam Wesley and Renee Kirkpatrick. The fifth place brief goes to Patrick Henry College with an average score of 378 points for Everett Chu and Canna Kosin. All right, in fourth place, we have, with an average score of 380 points, team that competed in the final round from Cal State Long Beach, Vishali Chaudhary and Marco Romero. In third place on the respondent side from Patrick Henry College with a combined score of 382, Isaac Bach and James Dunning. All right, and your runner-up on the respondent brief national competition with a combined score of 387, Anna Marie Ardy and Ethan Ostro of the University of Chicago. Congratulations. And your winner in the respondent brief writing competition, not only is this the highest score of the year, these two exact students won this award last year. So congratulations on back-to-back brief writing champions from the University of Cal State Santa Barbara, Fayez Sarani and Varun ER. Congratulations. It's an outstanding performance. All right. I do have a couple of brief announcements to make before I get to the championship award, the Frank Galuza Award for Oral Advocacy. I also want to mention that the brief writing awards that just went out are in honor of Andy Sommerman's co-founder of the American Moot Court Association, Charlie Nur, who passed away several years ago. And we had named the top brief awards after Charlie. So congratulations to all of you who are carrying on his legacy in this activity. As Andy hinted at the start of tonight's awards, we had no expectation that we would have to conduct last year's national tournament via Zoom. We certainly had hoped that we would not have to do that this year. And certainly we carry that hope forward to next year, to 2023, where, assuming we get to all be in person, the national championship tournament will be hosted by the LSU Tigers in Baton Rouge, who have agreed to forego hosting it in 2022 to do so in 2023. I also want to mention that we have behind the scenes some new tabulation software that we have invested in with a new software developer that we are hoping going to make the tabbing process much more streamlined, quicker, automated, and will give us better data to help us constantly improve. Speaking of data, I think it's worth mentioning that the split among the ballots for the national tournament this year were 49 to 51, slight edge to the respondent, but that is about one of the closest that we've ever seen, and it tells me just how balanced this case was and how well you all did presenting it in such a fashion. The final thing I want to mention is a big thank you to my colleagues here on the board of directors. I'd actually like to take a moment to recognize them all by name. It's been an absolute honor to have served with you for the last 3 years. I might have gotten my name at the top of the masthead, but it was all of you pushing me and supporting me along the way. And I can't thank any of you enough for the time that we've gotten to spend together. So without further ado, I would like to recognize Kimmy King, Andy Sommerman, Lorianne Kelly, Gina Wallace, Julie Kyle, Barry Pyle, Eric Merriam, Aiden Grano, and Ann Dutia. I also want to mention a couple of board members for their extraordinary efforts for this national tournament. In the back room in Australia, in the tab room, We had Nicholas Conway and Paul Weiser. And of course, your registration director, Kinsey Craig Hall, who all three of them tabbed this tournament in what I thought was an incredibly efficient manner, given the size, the number of ballots that we had to deal with, the technological issues of Google changing its coding on us in the middle of the tournament, blocking certain browsers. They worked their tails off to keep this tournament running and running efficiently, especially Kinsey, who for the last month has been in touch with all of you. You've seen the countless emails that she has sent you, and I assure you that that is only a fraction of the work that she actually put into this. There's another pair that I would like to especially recognize. These are the two individuals who took on the task of getting the judges for this tournament. I think there were about 250 individual judges who judged this competition over the course of 3 days. I don't have to tell you how many emails, phone calls, arm twists, begs, pleads, cries that had to be done, how many favors had to be called in to accomplish this. So I especially want to recognize the chair of our judging committee, Sue Johnson from Patrick Henry, and Dr. Lewis Ringel from Cal State Long Beach for their extraordinary effort in this regard. It truly was outstanding and quite the task. Quite the task. It really was the job no one wanted. So I'm sure you'll be excited to pass that torch next year. And the final person I want to recognize is the current vice president of the American Moot Court Association and your president-elect, who is going to be taking over responsibilities of the presidency next year. And by next year, I mean tomorrow. So congratulations and condolences go to Michael Walsh from the University of Chicago, Loyola. In fact, I would like to ask our Zoom operator to recognize Mike Walsh, who is going to conduct our senior salute. You're muted, Mike.
Thanks, John. That's very nice of you to say. I look forward to working with the board members that you just thanked, leaning on them heavily in many instances. And as you showed us the other night at the board meeting, you may think your presidency is over, but your service to the board is not over. And you'll be hearing from me often over the course of the coming years. And I look forward to working with everybody, students, faculty, and these wonderful board members going forward. But what I want to do now is focus our attention on those who are leaving the activity, at least as active competitors, our seniors. I think everybody on the board, and certainly all of the faculty members that you work with, the sort of dirty little secret that we all have is that the opportunity to work with you guys, work closely, push you, but more importantly, see you grow over the course of your time in moot court is in short, it makes it so that we get more out of this than we give. And it's because of the hard work and effort that you give us. And so for all of you who are seniors, I really want to thank you for the time and effort. I watched a number of rounds this weekend. These were spectacular rounds. It's clear that you work hard. You deserve all the accolades you got from all the judges over the course of the weekend. I want to offer my accolades now and thank you for all your hard work. Good luck in your future endeavors.
Well said, Mike. Well said. Certainly saying goodbye to our students and our seniors is always the hardest part of this job. It's not the ballots, it's not the results, it's the people, and that's what's most important. And speaking of people, and speaking of those of you who are moving on into the realm of alumni, I know every year I make the plea to help us in the future. We need board members, we need judges, we need coaches, we need more programs, we need more regional hosts. This year, we are also opening up our committees, our subcommittees, to a wider range of individuals, not just board members. So if you are interested in, perhaps you don't have the time to commit to being a full board member, but you want to work on a case committee or our diversity, equity, inclusion committee or our judge recruitment committee, we have all of those there for you. Please contact the info account if you would like to know more. All right, so before I get to the Frank Galuzza Championship Award, I just do want to take a moment to thank the American Moot Court Association for everything it's meant in my life these past 2 decades. I could look back on the last 3 years and sort of curse my rotten luck for becoming the Zoom president. But instead, I can't help but be awed by what we, and by we, I mean all of us, have accomplished at this time. You know, it's okay to face adversity in your life. It is what you do with it that matters. And for all of us to have put up with Zooms and practices and trying to function in the middle of a pandemic, all just to carry forward this silly activity that we all care about so much for very unsilly reasons, for the reasons Mike just mentioned, because of all of you. So again, I would just like to thank AMCA for the opportunity to serve as a competitor, as a coach, as a board member, and as a president. As Andy said, I think I am the first president who got to serve in all those roles, but I better not be the last. All right, so now without much further ado, the moment you've all been waiting for, what I would like to first do is announce both colleges, both teams that are in the final round, and recognize all of them. And then we will announce your championship winner. All right, in this round, we had team 101 from the University of Chicago, which was Lily Hong and Dana Burstein. And in the respondent was team 308, Vishali Chaudhary and Marco Romero from Cal State Long Beach. We had a 5-judge panel that sat in on this and heard this oral argument. Unsurprising in a national championship, we had a 3-2 split decision, and that is the way that it shook out. In fact, while waiting for that 5th ballot, it was a 2-2 split decision. So without further ado, I want to congratulate winning their 2nd national title in the last 20 years, Cal State Long Beach, Vishali Chaudhary and Marco Romero. Congratulations go to you. And an extra congratulations goes to your coach, Dr. Louis Ringel, who I know is out there in the audience listening now. Lou, I know what Frank meant to you, what a big brother, a mentor, role model, and just all around tremendous person to you he was. So I know what an honor it is for you to be the one and your team be the one that brings home the Frank Galuzza National Championship Moot Court Award. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to Long Beach. Congratulations to the University of Chicago. I suspect we will see you all very, very soon. And without further ado, that brings us to the end of the moot court season. I wish you all good health, good luck, and a great spring semester. It's been a pleasure.